8.3, we're going to look at the next step in our factoring process. All of the trinomials that we have factored in last class had an a where a was equal to 1, so there was no number here in front of the x squared term. Okay, now we're going to look at what happens when there is a number there, when it's not equal to 1. How does that change the process? We can't follow our old rules of just do this and then fill in the x, because remember when we factor, it has to distribute back out to the original. If I multiply x times x, that would give me x squared, but I need 6x squared. So we have to change our process a little bit. Alright, 3 steps here. Step 1 is going to be slide, and what I mean by that is we're going to take this number, this coefficient of x squared, which we refer to as a, and I'm going to slide it down here to c. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to multiply a times c. Alright, so 6 times 15 is 90. So now I have x squared minus 19x plus 90. Okay, and then I'm going to factor like normal. Alright, so 90 goes in the top, negative 19 on the bottom. So I need two numbers that multiply to 90 and add up to negative 19. Alright, if I have a positive number here and a negative number there, then I know that both of these have to be negative, so that I multiply and get a positive, add them together, get a negative. And then I have to figure out the numbers. So what can multiply to 90 and add up to 19? Well, negative 10 and negative 9. Alright, negative 10 times negative 9 is positive 90. Negative 10 plus negative 9 is negative 19. So I'm going to write out my factors. X minus 10 and x minus 9. So we slide and then factor like normal. Step 2 is going to be to divide and simplify. So I'm going to divide by a, by whatever I slid. So I slid the 6 down here and multiplied. Now to get back to what I need, I am going to divide these by 6 and simplify the fractions. Okay, so 10 over 6 would simplify to 5 over 3. Alright, and 9 over 6 would simplify to 3 over 2. So slide, divide. And then the last step is bottoms up. So what I'm going to do is take the denominators of my fractions and I'm going to move them up in front of the x. Alright, so now I have 3x minus 5 and 2x minus 3. And that right there is my final answer once I move the bottoms up. Alright, let's check and see if this is factored correctly. So I got to distribute back out. Alright, 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. Then I distribute in the negative 5. Negative 5 times 2x is negative 10x. And negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. When I combine my like terms, I get 6x squared minus 19x plus 15, which is what the original problem is. Okay, so slide, then factor like normal, divide and simplify the fractions, and then move the bottoms up. Alright, let's look at a second example. 2a squared plus 3a plus 1. Alright, first step is slide. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 1. So my new thing is a squared plus 3a plus 2. Now I can do my x puzzle. Alright, so I need numbers that multiply to 2 and add up to 3. That would have to be positive 2 and positive 1. So I have a plus 2, a plus 1. Alright, slide, then I need to divide. Alright, 2 over 2 would simplify to 1. Alright, and then 1 over 2 is already simplified, and then the last step is bottoms up. Alright, this one doesn't have a bottom anymore because it's simplified to a whole number, so it just stays as a plus 1. Alright, this becomes 2a plus 1. And then again, let's distribute back out and check our answer. So a times 2a is 2a squared. A times 1 is A. 1 times 2A is 2A, and 1 times 1 is 1. Combine my like terms in the middle. 2A squared plus 3A plus 1. So we did it right. You have 2 more examples there in your notes page. What I want you to do is go ahead and pause here and then come back and check for the answer. Okay, here's the answer for the second example. Alright, so double check your work. Again, if you have questions, make sure you put a circle around it so that you can ask in class. And then here comes the third. 2c plus 3, 3c plus 2. Alright, so that's it. Make sure you got those 3 steps. Slide, then factor, divide, then simplify, bottoms up. Alright, if you got that, then you got factoring when A is not equal 1. Don't forget your Google form. Let me know if you have questions.